Here we will see the transition from page 1 to page 2. Again, you don't have to change the URL. The page will automatically transfer to page 2 when the countdown timer hits 0. Now here we are on page 2. Your group will be on page 2 from 60 to 30 minutes before your scheduled selection time. Please keep in mind that data that you see in this video is for demonstration purposes only. Residences you see in this demonstration may not actually be available during any particular phase of selection. When page 2 loads, a timer automatically begins counting down to the time you reach page 3. When the timer reaches 0, your group will automatically be transferred to page 3. Because your group at this point is still a significant amount of time away from making its actual selection, page 2 offers a snapshot of residence availability. To save on server resources, the data on page 2 may be up to 10 minutes old. On page 3, on the other hand, you will see more up-to-date information about residence availability. The first feature you see on page 2 is the watch list. Most phases of selection make the watch list available, but a few do not. If it is available, the watch list provides a way for your group to build a list of up to 5 residences you want to keep an eye on. The watch list will show you whether or not the residence is still available. If a residence you have added to your watch list is selected while you are on page 2 or page 3, your watch list will be updated to show you that residence is no longer available. Begin building your watch list by clicking on the link. If townhouses are available in your phase of selection, you can select one that you want to add to your watch list from the drop-down list and click Add to add it to your watch list. For residence halls and apartments, select the building from the drop-down list and enter the room or apartment number in the appropriate box and click Add. Note that the room or apartment you enter must match the designation in the housing database exactly for it to be added to your watch list. There is a guide linked at the bottom of the watch list section that will show you how the room and apartment numbers must be formatted. If a residence has already been selected or is otherwise not available, you will not be able to add it to your watch list, but instead you will see a warning message indicating that you cannot add it. Otherwise, if the room or apartment is still available, you will be able to see it added to your watch list. If your list has not yet reached the maximum 5 residences, click the link to the left of the section to activate Auto Refresh. Auto Refresh automatically kicks in when you have added your 5th residence. On page 2, the availability of the items in your watch list is updated every 30 seconds. Now we'll take a few moments to build out the rest of our watch list. On page 2, you can build a list of up to 5 items, but you cannot make any modifications once there are 5 residences in your list. On page 3, you will be able to remove and re-add residences with more flexibility. The other tool that is available on page 2 is the Browse by Building feature. This tool shows you a table of the buildings with residences available at the beginning of selection. Click on the Browse link next to one of the buildings, and you will see a complete list of residences that are still available. As residences are selected, they will no longer be displayed in the results grid the next time it is loaded. Remember, however, that data on page 2 can be cached for up to 10 minutes. In other words, the results that you see may be a few minutes old. There is no caching of data on page 3, so you will always see the most up-to-date results on that page. Also note that that the results for a particular building do not auto-refresh using the Browse by Building feature. You will instead need to click on the Browse link next to the building to see if residence availability has changed. Page 2 starts to give you an overview of the data for residence availability. However, you are still at least 30 minutes from making your actual selection, and a number of residences will be selected before your group picks on page 4. On page 3, you will be able to get more up-to-date information about what is still available. So let's move ahead and take a look at page 3 in the next video.